All right, welcome everyone. This is Dave back here again, Wet Fly Swing Podcast, and we're going to be announcing the big grand prize winner for the Togiak River Lodge Alaska giveaway. This is our November giveaway. We've got another one right around the corner coming up before the end of the year, but this is the big one to Togiak. Welcome everyone. We're going to get started here a little bit early, and we're going to be announcing the grand prize winner, which is I'm going to show you here in a second. It's a trip to Togiak River Lodge, and as you can see, these are a couple shots of what Togiak looks like. I'm going to have a couple of questions for you as we go. So let's let folks trickle in. If you're getting this, leave a comment and let me know where you're coming from. We always love to see if we can get folks from all around the country. And if you're hearing me okay, maybe give me a thumbs up in the comments, and I'll let that start trickling in here. So we've got a couple good things going tonight. As usual, if you've been on these before, you know that we're going to be giving away a grand prize package. Almost, as you can see it there, almost $11,000 worth of trip and gear. And I see Izzy from Bozeman. Izzy, are we getting good? Give me a thumbs up if you're hearing me okay. And as folks come in here, just leave a comment where you're coming from. We're going to get started here in a few minutes. And I see Steve from Reno. And before we get there tonight, we always give away a few bonus prizes. So for those that are just coming in here, here we go. Now we got you. Great, Patrick. See that, Patrick Pope. I saw you. Cool. I'm seeing some. I'm recognizing some names now. It sounds like everybody's hearing me okay. Right on. There's a thumbs up from Izzy. Yeah, just keep those comments coming in. Let me know where you're coming from. We always love to see if we've got every state covered here and every province. It looks like we've got Joe coming back from flying back from L.A. or Louisiana. Sorry, is that L.A. or Louisiana? You tell me. And we got Martin Schmidt, Spanky. Hello from Calgary. This is cool. Minnie Suderman, Keith Bennett. I see Keith out there. Okay, so here's the plan tonight. We're going to be giving away the grand prize package, as you can see from the ticker going across here, which is a all expenses paid trip to Togiak River Lodge. This is for some of these big species you're seeing on here, and this was the cabin that we stayed at on our last trip right here in the upper left corner. That's Togiak River Lodge, right on the banks of the Togiak. That's an amazing run right there in front of the lodge. But before we get there, the cool thing is for those that are on here live tonight, we're going to be giving away some bonus prizes, as always. And we're going to have a few questions. So the way this is going to work, if you're new to it, we are going to announce in about 20 minutes or so the grand prize winner. But before we get there, we've got 4 bonus prizes to give away for those. And one of them is I'm going to just give you a hint. It's a bonus guided trip. So you want to stay tuned for that, and we got some other goodies tonight. So I see more people coming in here. Hey, Tim Carpenter's out there. Patty from Texas. Jimmy Rogers from Tennessee. There we go. All right, keep those coming as we go. And what we're going to do is I'm going to ask the question as we get into this here in a few minutes, and whoever gets it right, it's not the first person to get it right. It's really the first person I see. We've got a lot of comments coming in here, so I'm just going to kind of randomly pick the first person that gets it right. And then that person is going to win each of these bonus prizes. We're going to have 4 of them tonight, and we're going to start off with some softball. We're going to get harder as we go with the questions. So as you can see from the ticker, we are doing this bonus prize tonight. It's going to be a big one, and for those that are here live, we're going to give you some bonus stuff. So let me know if everybody's hearing me, if you're ready to get going. And I'm going to give it another minute or so and let people get in here so we're not starting too early. I see Fran from Illinois. Let's see, Houston, Texas. Jody. This is good. Okay, well, let's keep this going, then I'll get into the first question. So I want to give one shout-out as we're going here, and I'm going to give a big shout-out to our sponsors. So everybody here, you can see on this screen, has supported this event. And, of course, we've got Togiak River Lodge, the Stillwater Edge, Greg Keenan, Fish Alaska Magazine, Guideline. We're getting a big rod from Guideline. Moccasin Fly Club is on board. Outcast, if you know about boats, Outcast Sporting Goods is on board giving away a killer pontoon boat. Drift Hook Fishing is giving away a bunch of flies. They got their streamer surge and a bunch of good stuff. JH Flyco, as always, they've got a killer waterproof pack and some other gear. Backcountry Skins. And the fly fishing show. We haven't had the fly fishing show for a bit, so excited to have them on. They are definitely doing some good stuff out there. They're giving away a bunch of great books, fishing books. Who doesn't love a good fishing book? That's going to be coming tonight. And then, of course, Columbia performance gear. So Columbia Sportswear, and we will be showing you a little bit. I'll just jump into that before we get going here, and I'll let you know what that looks like as far as some of this gear, so you get a better look at it. Let me just jump ahead here, and I'll go back to here. There we go. So we got that screen pulled up. I'm going to do so there you go. So we're going to jump in. We're going to be announcing the grand prize for this, including the Togiak River trip. And let me just jump over here really quick. And there we go. So if you're seeing that, this is what we're talking about here. So we've got the trip to Togiak River Lodge. Here's our sponsors. And here's a breakdown. You've all seen this on the website. This is the gear we're giving away tonight. I'll just scroll through it really quick. All right, well, let's get into it. If everybody's ready to do this, we're going to do a bonus giveaway, our first one for the night, and keep those coming in here. So the first question tonight, and we talked about backcountry skins. They're going to be giving away a hat tonight. We always love to start off with a bonus hat. So the question of the night for backcountry skins is if you know the answer, put it in the comments, and the first person that I see get it right is going to win this backcountry skins hat. So the question tonight is the first bonus question. The fly fishing show, we mentioned it. What city is the largest fly fishing show in the world? Essentially, definitely North America, but in the world. What city is that? We're going to be there this year. If you know the answer, put the city of the fly fishing show, and the first person that gets that right, I'm going to be giving you a backcountry skins hat. So here we go. I see David. I see Charlie Clark on board. And if you know it, I see some answers coming in here, and I see a couple. I don't see the correct answer yet, so let's let those come in here as we go. And as we get it going, I'll let those come through here. We're also going to be kind of getting into more on this Togiak. We've got a couple questions coming up on some of the guides that that were on our trip, and some of the species that we got into too. So if you know the answer, go ahead and put it in the comments, and I'm gonna wait till I find the right person, and then we will announce the winner. So like I said, Togiak River Lodge. I was up there this year for the first time. And we were on the banks of the Togiak River, and we were swinging flies for a massive fish that we're going to talk a little bit more about here in a little bit. So keep those coming. If you know the city, the largest fly fishing show in the world, what city is that located in? If you know it, the fly fishing show has a number of cities they're traveling to. I think, is it 5 or 6? If you know the answer, I think it might be 6. How many cities are they traveling to? You could throw that in for a bonus. And then I do see some correct answers now coming through here. So cool. All right. Well, we're just a few minutes in here, and for those just getting in, I'm going to announce a winner. I see Tim on, Drake from Lacey, Washington, not far away, Allie from Bozeman. All right. So the answer to the first question is, and the question is what is the biggest city? And this is to win a backcountry skins hat. And the answer, the first person I saw that got it right was Levi. Levi, you are the winner of the backcountry skins hat. Send me an email, dave@wetflyswing.com, and I'll have somebody on my team get back to you with a hat. And you are the winner, Levi. I'm looking for you. I didn't catch your last name, but I'm sure we'll get you on there. So just reach back out to me and we'll follow up with you. There we go. So we gave away the first bonus prize of the night. Again, quick room reset for those that are just coming in here. We are going to be announcing the grand prize package, which you can see on this screen going across here. Almost $11,000 worth of fly fishing, a big trip to Togiak River Lodge, and all the gear that we mentioned before. A spay rod. We've got a boat. We've got flies, pretty much everything to get you ready to go for a Alaskan trip. That's going to be coming up probably in about 20 minutes, actually a little less than 20 minutes. We're going to be announcing that. If you're brand new, just getting here, go ahead and leave a comment where you're coming from. I see a bunch of people. I see Nicholas Clark, some new people coming in here. So there's going to be people popping in and out as we go tonight. And again, if you just hopped on here, we are giving away a few bonus prizes for those that are just on live tonight, and then we're going to be announcing that grand prize winner in about 15 minutes. So let's get to question 2. And so we're going to be stepping this up as we go as far as prizes tonight. And the next one, the next prize of the night is a chance to win access to Wet Fly Swing Pro. So we just closed down Wet Fly Swing Pro. The doors were open there last week, and that is closed now. But we are giving away a bonus Wet Fly Swing Pro membership for one person right now that gets this right. I'll talk a little bit more about Wet Fly Swing Pro in a little bit. But the question for this tonight is going to be, So we've been mentioning it. Togiak River Lodge is where we're going. The winner is going to be going up to Togiak River Lodge, over $7,000 the trip for a week-long excursion to Togiak. The big question here is if you have the answer to this, throw it in the comments. The first person that I see that gets it right is going to win Wet Fly Swing Pro. And the question is what species are we going to be swinging for in Alaska this year? If you know the answer, put it in the comments. First person I see that gets it right is going to win access to Wet Fly Swing Pro. I see Jim. Hey, Jim. Jim's out there from Montana, looks like. Awesome, Jim. Ken D from Nevada. And what was the answer? I see Atlee was asking about the answer, the previous answer, I think. So keep those questions coming. I do not see the correct answer yet. And I will be announcing it soon. There's two names for it. Yes, they're every salmon in Alaska kind of has two names. Let's throw those out there if you know those. After we get done, let's get this answer. Then I'm gonna get a follow-up question for you. So keep those coming. There's 5 Pacific salmon species. We're gonna be chasing one. We definitely, let's see, when we were up there this year, I think I caught 3 different salmon species, but there's one big one. It's the biggest of them all. Just to give you a little hint. That's what we're going to be swinging for. And it was actually my first time swinging for Chinook, Chinook salmon. So there you go. Let's just get this. Let's choose this winner right now. So this is going to be a chance to win Wet Fly Swing Pro. So the first person that I saw that got this one right, and there was a bunch of people that got it right here. I see Tim, you got it. But the first person I saw was Steve Gross. Steve, I definitely, we all know Steve out there. You are the winner of Wet Fly Swing Pro. I can't remember if you're in Wet Fly Swing Pro. You might already be a member. If you are, let me know in the comments, and we'll check back on that. So I saw a bunch of silvers. Yeah. So the answer is of course king salmon. Chinook is what we're chasing. It's crazy after years of fishing for steelhead, which are amazing, then to finally hook into a Chinook and get the feel for a fish straight out of Bristol Bay, within miles of the ocean. So there we go. So we got Steve on board. Awesome. So let's do a quick rooms reset again. For those that are just coming in here tonight, we are about 15 minutes or less away from announcing the grand prize tonight. I'm going to let everybody get out of here, but we got a couple of big bonuses like we always do. So as you can see from the ticker, we're going to be doing this. And this is what, these are all the partners. We mentioned them before, and we are going to be diving into a little bit more of the bonus prizes tonight. So let's click back over here and let's get into the next one. So we've already given away 2 prizes. The next one tonight, and this is, people are going to love this if you're a trout fisherman, is for those folks that know Drift Hook. If you know who Drift Hook is, why don't you go ahead and put a comment if you know their stuff. I've been pretty much using Drift Hook flies for the last 2 years, and Matt's doing an amazing job over there. So you got to check them out if you're not familiar with Drift Hook. But the next question, I'm going to ask this pretty quick, and again, the person that gets this right is going to get a box of Drift Hook flies. And I think we're doing the guide box on this one. So if you know the answer, put it in the comments. The first person that I see that gets it right is going to win a bonus prize. And then, like we said, in about probably, we're getting pretty close to 10 minutes away from the grand prize package. We're going to be doing that tonight. And if you're just coming on here, go ahead and keep throwing in your where you're coming from, so we can keep that going tonight. Yeah, I saw a bunch of answers that were correct, including Mary Claire. You got that right. Chinook king salmon, yes. Joseph got it right. Tons we saw, and we did catch chum as well. And actually, I caught a sockeye, which was great on the trip too. And as you can see from the screenshot here, I see one Chinook. I can't tell. Is that, I think, 2 Chinook, and then that? What is that? What do you think that one is? If you can see the one lower left, what species is that? Salmon species. I'm not sure. If you know the answer, we'll get some bonuses going here. But let's get into the third question here. And the question we're going to be basically, we talked about the Drift Hook box. So this is going to be winning a Drift Hook box. And the question is, we're going on a new trip this year. We haven't fully announced it. It's actually going to be our next giveaway event. This is where we're going to be going next. So yeah, there you go. So Owen looks like a coho. I was thinking it kind of does, doesn't it? It's like a coho, but is it a coho or a pink? I'm guessing coho as well. Yeah, it looks like silver. Let's see. This will be the consensus. Let's see what we think. Is that a silver, or is that some other salmon? and we'll take those, let those come through here. And I'm looking now. Okay. All right. So the next question is, we are going to a new place, and this is going to be the next event we're going to do in December before we wrap this year up, before we wrap up 2025. And the question, this is going to be multiple choice tonight. We haven't done a multiple choice yet. So we're going to a new location, and it's also a species we haven't fished before. And this is going to be happening in June of 2026. I'm going to give you 4 multiple choice options to choose from, and then the first person to get it right, just throw your comments, and whoever I see, I'm going to get it. I'm going to choose that person, and you're going to win. The cool thing is, this is going to be to win the drift hook box. So, are we going to, in June of 2026, is the new place we're going to? Is it Saskatchewan for pike fishing and lake trout? Is it Florida for tarpon? Is it going to Belize for permit, or is it going to the Baja for roosters? All right. If you know the answer, put it in the comments. This is the trip that we're going to be going on in June this year, and we are going to have a great trip. Actually, all of these would be amazing. Pike, tarpon, permit. If I had to choose between the 4, I'm not sure which one I'd choose. Let's see. All right, we got some answers coming in here. I see Florida. I see lots of, I see tarpon. Okay, keep them coming here. I haven't seen the right answer yet. If you know where we're going to next, I guess I could give a little hint as we let these. I'm going to let those come in a little bit. So let's just talk about this this drift hook box. So this is a pack box. I'm going to show you what the drift hook box. Show you who they are right here. So again, if you don't know drift hook fly fishing. And again, shout out to all the other sponsors we already have on board. We've already mentioned them tonight. And I am going to move over to this next screen and hop back in here. All right, so we're getting closer. So we're about 10 minutes away tonight, and then we're going to be getting into this. Let's see if we have the right answer. I'm just checking. Man, we got a bunch of answers coming in here. I can't remember what. Love it. I think this is what what I'm seeing is people are what they would like to go, wherever they would like to go. Roosters. I'm seeing tons of roosters. Baja, permit. This is good. All right, keep them coming here, and I'm going to try to keep track of all of these as they come through. And this is going to be for the guide nip box. And let's keep them coming. Yep. All right. So again, we're going to announce this last bonus, and then we'll have one more bonus prize tonight after we do the drift hook guide box, and then we're going to announce the grand prize winner, and then we're going to be hopping out of here tonight. I'm going to let you get off to your night. It looks like we got a lot of people potentially from the East Coast. Who is outside? Have I seen who is outside of anybody further than the East Coast? Let's see. I know we had some folks from on the last one, definitely across the pond in Europe. I don't see anybody here tonight, but awesome. I see Gary Simpson. Yep, Canada got pike. That's right. Okay, so the answer, of course, to the question, and the question was, what is our next trip? It is Saskatchewan. We are heading to Saskatchewan for northern pike fishing, and I think there's going to be some lake trout as well. We're going to be going there in the June period, and I'm pretty excited about it because I think it's one of those species that is a killer predator. It's big, they're aggressive, and I think pike, when you compare them to muskie, are a little bit more aggressive. So does anybody have any experience catching pike? I want to know. Let's see it in the comments. If you've caught pike before, is it worthy of a trip to all the way up to Saskatchewan to go for to pike? I see Jess Lee from Washington. How's it going, Jess? Adam here. All right. So we're getting pretty close now. We've got about, we're going to do this in about 7 minutes. I'm going to be announcing the grand prize packages. You can see across the ticker here. We mentioned it, one more room reset with Togiak River Lodge and all of our great partners here. We're going to be doing this very soon. And before we get there, we're going to do one more bonus prize tonight, which is going to be a guided trip, Stillwater trip with the Stillwater Edge. This is Greg Keenan, Stillwater Edge podcast. He's doing a bunch of great stuff over there. Of course, he's my partner here at the School of Fishing as well. This is the big bonus prize tonight. So we're going to be giving away a trip to go for Stillwater fishing with Greg. And this is up in BC. So especially if you're up in the BC area, this is a killer trip. But no matter where you are, if you can get up there, this is going to be great. So the last question of the night is going to be the toughest of the night, and I'm not sure if we're gonna. Well, I'm going to let people go for a while here, but so we're going back to Togiak. We already asked one question about Togiak, the species we know we're fishing for, Chinook. The last question tonight to win the Stillwater trip tonight is who was one of our guides on the Togiak River trip. If you know the answer, put it in the comments, and if you get just first name, if you know first name and last, that's bonus. But give me a name of the Togiak guides that we had. I'm going to let those start rolling in here. We had a bunch of great guides. We've had actually one recently on the podcast. For those folks that haven't heard of the Wet Fly Swing podcast, that's where I host our weekly show, and we have guests from all over the country. I'm looking now. I don't see the answer coming in. Yeah, if you know it, just start throwing them in there. Definitely, I don't see the answer yet. Let's keep them coming. So yeah, we had a great trip. Each day we were up there. It was a 6-day guided trip. And we had a different trip or a different guide each day. It was pretty epic because, again, we were kind of checking out a different location, and the guides were kind of spread all throughout, the country. And I'm just going to accept the first correct answer I get. And so the question is who was one of our guides we had on the podcast? And if you get the last name as well, we're going to give you bonus points tonight. But whoever gets this is going to win that Stillwater Edge trip. And then we're going to be getting right into the bonus prize, the grand prize winner tonight. And then we're going to be out of here. I'm going to let you get off and get to bed if you're getting late on the East Coast here. And then we're going to get out of here. I see some good questions. Jordan, there you go. Paul Winkler, how's it going? Paul, Drew, keep them coming. And then we're going to give it a couple more minutes, and then we are going to jump in. So, like I said, you can see it on the screen. Columbia. Fly Fishing Show, Backcountry Skins, JH Fly Co, Drift Hook, Outcast, Moccasin, Guideline. And we're going to be turning right around the corner here next month, and we got another follow-up on that Saskatchewan trip. That's going to be our next event, and it's going to be big. I see some Jordans coming in. Yeah, Jordan Larson definitely is one of the owners up at Togiak. He wasn't our guide this year, although we did hang out for a bit there, actually quite a bit. At the lodge, but let's jump into this. Let's answer this last one, and then we will get into it. So the question was who was our guide, or who was one of our guides on the Togiak trip? And I did see the first person I saw that got it right. I saw I'm going to just search back to make sure I got it right. And so we had a number of great guides. And the person who I had on the podcast recently was Larry. Folks, yeah, I did see Izzy. You got Larry right. Levi, you got it right. But the first person that I saw on here was Dylan Smith. Dylan Smith, I see yours was the first name. So you won a trip. You got a bonus trip to the Stillwater Edge. This is with Greg Keenan. So reach out to me. Anybody who won tonight, you can just send me an email, dave@wetflyswing.com, and I'll reach back out to you. I'll get you the information you need. And so anyways, I hope that's good for you. We're trying to get this thing wrapped up and get out of here tonight. We've got just a few more minutes. So for those folks, if you're just coming in here late, I see a few new names that are coming on here. We are very close to announcing the grand prize winner tonight. And this is for, like we said at the top, I'm going to switch back here to the ticker so you can see that right here. Win an Alaskan fly fishing trip to Togiak River Lodge, almost $11,000. The trip is $7,600 right there just for the trip, plus all the gear. And we're going to be announcing this very soon. But before we do, we always need to get a bunch of emojis. If you're new to it, we want to get kind of shaking the computer, get this cyber thing going. So I see a bunch of people on Facebook and on YouTube. So if you want to hear who is the winner, if you're potentially the winner, let's get some comments, some emojis going. I want to see something new here tonight that I haven't seen with some emojis. We always have some good stuff. So I'm gonna let that roll here, and then we're gonna get into it, and we're gonna be announcing that winner, the grand prize winner tonight, which is over like we said, $10,000 worth of gear. Here we go. Let's see. We see Mark curious about the fly fishing box. There we go. We got some cool shades coming in here. We got some fish. Anybody else? We got to get enough coming here to get this going to see. And this is going to be the earliest we're going to announce this. We're going to get out of here pretty quick, but I got to get enough action here to warrant. Here we go. So Michael, Darling, Levi, I see you out there, Jeff. So all right, we're ready to roll. And this is going to be the final shot. I'm going to give you one last look at the sponsors. I want to thank all the sponsors here tonight before we get out of here. Like I said, Wet Fly Swing Podcast. If you haven't checked us out, we've got episodes going all week long. We mentioned Togiak, Stillwater Edge. Greg gave away a bonus trip tonight. Fish Alaska Magazine. If you don't know them, they also have Hunt Alaska Magazine. They're doing some awesome stuff out there. We've got the School of Fishing Guideline, has an amazing spay rod, two-handed rod that the person is going to win moccasin. We're talking dry bags and a bunch of other good gear from moccasin. Outcast are going to win a boat. We mentioned the Drift Hook is also giving away a bunch of other boxes of flies. Okay, I got more good stuff coming here. JH Fly Co., waterproof backpack. Do you know Backcountry Skins? Are you aware of what they have going? I know people out there are aware of their good stuff. Awesome. So here we go. Fly Fishing Show. We're doing the books in Columbia Fishing Gear, and we are ready to roll tonight, and we're going to get right to this. And we are about just over 25 minutes into the night, and we are going to announce the winner, and I'm going to let you get off to work. So get off to your next thing here. The big question here is tonight is that if we announce this and this person does not respond within, we give them 4 days. If it turns out to be a robot or something like that, and this is not a human, then we are going to reach back out and we're going to redraw a winner. So stay tuned by email because if this person doesn't respond by early next week, we're going to be reaching out again and we'll let you know about that. So the grand prize winner tonight of the almost $11,000 gear pack, fly fishing, all the trip, all the gear. The grand prize winner is Heath McLaughlin. Heath McLaughlin from Ashburn, Virginia. Heath, if you're out there, I didn't see you in the comments. Let's congratulate Heath tonight. He is the big winner. Heath, if you're on here, send me an email, dave@wetflyswing.com, and post a comment in here if you see it. Let's all congratulate Heath for the big win tonight. And like I said, if Heath turns out to not respond within the 4 days, we are going to be redrawing this. There we go. Thanks. We got some bravos for Keith. Congrats. Thanks, everyone, for coming here tonight. I want to just appreciate all of our sponsors and make sure if you get a chance, if you're not aware of any of our sponsors, go reach out to them and give them a shout out. Check out their stuff. Go online. There we go. Patrick, thanks for stopping by tonight. Well, we're going to get out of here. And like I said, stay tuned because we'll follow up with an email here with the grand prize information. And then we're also going to be turning right around next month. In about 3 weeks, we're going to be launching into our Saskatchewan event. So if you're interested, stay with us. And we're going to be, let's see, Tim Carpenter. I see. Let me just answer Tim. I see that. Yeah, Drift Hook. It was Al. Oh, that's right. So thanks for the reminder. There we go. So I missed that one. Tim, it was Al Machete. We missed that one. That happens sometimes as we're going here. Al Machete. That was the Drift Hook winner tonight. So good. So next time, I think what we're going to be doing is bringing along a co-host. So if anybody out there wants to co-host this with me next time, shoot me an email, and I'm going to randomly pick somebody out who was on here tonight to join me live. And we're going to bring that on along with somebody else. I think we're going to have potentially Toyota on board. They're one of our sponsors for the next big event. So thanks, Tim, for catching that. Al Machete, you are the winner on that one. We'll be following up with you as well through email on everybody who won tonight. Just want to thank everyone for stopping in here. Appreciate you for sticking on here late into the night for everybody. And if you get a chance, you can follow us at the Wet Fly Swing Podcast. We've got a good episode coming out tomorrow, and pretty much every other day we have a new episode. It was Jeff. It was Al Machete. Al Machete. I think we saw that out there. And I'm just looking through some of these comments. Yeah, sorry, Hunter, you got that. So Al is the winner on that. Like we said, the winners tonight are Levi, Steve Groves, Al Machete, Dylan Smith. Those are the 4 bonus winners. And of course, we had Heath McLaughlin from Ashburn, Virginia, was the grand prize winner. Thanks, everyone. We will see you on the podcast, and we will catch you on that next event, and we'll talk to you then.